Hello, mighty companion. This is Earl Purdy, and I want to welcome you to A Course in Miracles, A Course in Miracles, here on Facebook Live. A Course in Miracles. And today we're going to be talking about how can you possibly see everybody as innocent, beautiful, and loving? How in the heck do you take your perceptions to the knowledge of love, to the certainty of love? How do I take the way I'm seeing things to that peaceful, loving place I like to see things? We're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about that in A Course in Miracles, mighty companions. I am Earl Purdy, and welcome to A Course in Miracles. And I have a little music that I'm going to play by my soul brother, John Christmas, to get us ready to move into this very deep section. And this very deep section is going to be on page 259, page 259, page 259 in the Course in Miracles text. That's where I'm going to be speaking from, the Foundation for Inner Peace version. So let's listen to this music right now to get warmed up. Here we go. Let's kind of be a little jazzy today. Let's be a little jazzy. Kind of go back in time. Yeah.
Teach only love. But that is what you are. Only love. Yes, that is what you are. Teach only love. That is what you are. Teach only love. Everywhere you go, teach only love. To everyone you know, teach only love. Love is what you are. Hey, yeah. Let me recognize the problem so the problem can be solved. Let me recognize the problem so the problem can be solved. Teach only love. Each and every day, teach only love. In your own special way, teach only love. Love is what you are.
Welcome to Course in Miracles. I'm Earl Purdy, and we're going to talk about how do we take our perceptions to seeing only the love that we are, the beauty that we are. How do we see each other from that beautiful place? How do we take our perceptions from that beautiful place? From perception to knowledge, I'm going to talk about that.
Teach only love. Well, that is what you are. Teach only love. Yeah, you're a shining star. Only love. Love is what you are. Let me recognize the problem so the problem can be solved. Let me recognize the problem so the problem can be solved. Teach only love. Each and every day, teach only love. In each and every way, teach only love. Love is what you are.
Guess what? Let me recognize the problem so the problem can be solved. Let's recognize the problem so the problem can be solved. Let me recognize the problem so the problem can be solved. Teach
Love is what you are. Hey, love is what you are.
problem so the problem can be solved. Teach only love. Teach only love. Yeah. Teach only love, for that is what you are. Oh, you are. Oh, love is what you are. Yeah, love is what you are. 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 I'm the divine repetition teacher, y'all. I'm the messenger of the Course in Miracles. I've been doing this for 40 years of delivering this message so that I can receive it. That message that's basically saying, teach only love, for that is what you are. So I want to welcome you, mighty companion, to A Course in Miracles Live here on Facebook Live. I'm Earl Purdy, and we're going to be on page 259 in the text. That's where I'm going to be speaking from in the Foundation for Inner Peace version of A Course in Miracles. We're going to be in chapter 13, section 8, from perception to knowledge. From perception to knowledge. Now, one of the things that I'm going to do is I'm going to use a lot of substitutions as I go through this. In other words, I'm going to give you the Course in Miracles definitions of some of these terms so that you can hear what it's saying. The Course in Miracles says the content is more important than the form that it's written in. So I would love, after 40 years of working with the Course in Miracles, teaching and learning it, try to let you hear the beauty and the love that this Course in Miracles is sharing with us. I think sometimes we get so deep into analyzing the Course and studying the Course that sometimes we'll just not let ourselves hear how awesome this message is. And so the Course in Miracles is only talking about love and getting rid of fear. It's teaching you the difference between love and what's not love. The Course in Miracles is teaching you the difference between truth and what's not the truth. So I'm going to start with, and all that music was John Christmas at johnchristmas.com. You can download that music for free on his website. All right, here we go. Now I'm going to start out on paragraph 5. And paragraph 5 starts out with, this is the miracle of creation. This is the miracle of creation. This is the miracle of creation. One of the things that the Course in Miracles talks about is how important it is to take it and read it and digest it slowly. I've often told people that the Course in Miracles is like spiritual cheesecake. The Course in Miracles is really rich. You have to nibble off a little bit of A Course in Miracles at a time. And you have to slow down, because all you need is one sentence from A Course in Miracles that you really hear, and it will lead you to all of the things that the Course in Miracles is trying to teach us. Because it's just trying to teach you that, like that song said, teach only love because that's what you are. Teach only love, but that's because that's what you are. And so I teach through repetition, because the Course in Miracles says over and over, don't forget, don't forget, don't forget, remember, don't forget, don't forget. It also says that you don't have to believe it, you don't have to accept it, you don't have to welcome it, that you're going to resist some of it, you're not going to believe some of it's going to startle you, that you're going to have resistance to some of the things the Course in Miracles says. So just go ahead and just accept. You might resist some of the things I say, you might not believe some of the things I say, you might not want to accept some of the things I say, you might not want to welcome some of the things I say. Just go ahead and accept that. Some things that the Course in Miracles says you might not understand and you might not like, and you might have some resistance to it. And then the Course in Miracles says if you will use it, you'll see that it works. If you use what the Course in Miracles is teaching, which means if you think the way that the Course in Miracles is suggesting that you think, if you think the way that the Course in Miracles suggests that you think, then the Course in Miracles promises that you will experience the peace of God, that you will experience the total fulfillment of love. Do you want to experience the total fulfillment of love? Do you want to feel the total fulfillment of love? Well, the Course in Miracles says, in order to experience the total fulfillment of love, you must be willing to listen to something that you may not believe at first. So what I want to invite you to do is just listen to the message. Like, let's take it a sentence at a time. The first sentence in chapter 13, section 8, paragraph 5 says, and I read and teach in a question and answer format. So I found that by teaching in a question and answer format, you get a chance to answer a lot of the questions that people would be asking you. And so the first sentence says, this is the miracle of creation. So what is the miracle of creation? What is the miracle of creation? What is the miracle of love? What is the miracle of the extension of love? That's creation. Creation is the extension of love. Creation is extending love. Creation isn't you created a car, you created a house, you created a television, from a Course in Miracles perspective, creation is the extension of joy, the extension of love, the extension of truth. And this is the miracle of creation. This is the miracle of creation. What is the miracle of creation? The miracle of creation is that creation is one forever. So what is the miracle of creation? The miracle of creation is that we are one forever. That means we are the same forever. We are connected forever. We are unified forever. That's the miracle of love. The miracle of love is that you and I are one forever. 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 So this could be one of the most beautiful journeys that you could let yourself take today. If you would just take your analytical mind and kind of lay it down for a minute and take this beautiful trip through A Course in Miracles. So what is the miracle of love? What is the miracle of creation? The miracle of creation is that we are one. How long are we one? We are one forever. So what is a miracle? The Course in Miracles says a miracle is a true perception. A miracle is a correct perception. A miracle is a loving perception. A miracle is a loving perception. So every miracle you offer, every loving perception that you offer, every correct perception that you offer, every true perception that you offer to a child of God is but the true perception of one aspect of the whole. So if you see me as beautiful, if you see me as innocent, I'm just one little aspect of creation. When you see me as loving, when you see me as innocent, then the Course in Miracles says that's a miracle. But that beauty that you see in me, that beauty that I see in you, that's just one little small aspect of the whole of creation. Do you know that every aspect of creation is whole? Every aspect of creation is one. Every aspect of creation is whole. You won't know that every aspect of creation is loving. Now listen to me now. You will not know that every aspect of creation is kind. You won't know that every aspect of creation is loving until what? You won't know that every aspect of God, every aspect of creation is beautiful and whole. Do you want to see the beauty in everything? Do you want to see the love in everything? Do you want to see the beauty in everything? Do you want to see the goodness in everything? I'm going to tell you how to do it. But the Course in Miracles says, you won't see every aspect of creation as loving. You won't see only love, he says, until you see that every aspect of creation is the same. So you won't see the love in everybody until you start to see the love in anybody. It's when you start to see the love in anybody, the wholeness in anybody, that you would begin to see the love and the wholeness in everybody. And do you know that if you see everything in the same light, if you see everything in the same truth, then you will perceive everything as one. So what is it that makes us one with each other? What makes us one with each other is that I am an aspect of love. I am an aspect of creation. And you are also an aspect of love. You are also an aspect of creation. And everybody that we see around us, everything we see around us is an aspect of love. It's an aspect of creation. It is the same as you. You are an aspect of love. You are an aspect of the divine. You are an aspect of God, and so is everybody else. So is everybody and everything else. So you will not know that every being that you see around you is a loving being. You won't see the love in the people around you until you begin to understand you are an aspect of love and everyone around you is an aspect of love. And that's what makes us one. What makes us one is because we're all the same. We are all an aspect of love. You are an aspect of love. I am an aspect of love. Everybody around you is an aspect of love. You are an aspect of love. I am an aspect of love. And everybody around you is an aspect of love. You are 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 an aspect of love. And everyone around you is an aspect of love. You are part of the one love. You are a part of the one love. And everyone around you is part of the one love. But you won't understand that every part and everybody around you is an aspect of love until you see everybody as the same as you. You have to see everyone, learn to see everyone as the same as you. You are love, I am love, and everyone that you know is love. Their true identity is love. The true identity of everything and everyone around you is love, is love, is love. So how do you get a chance? How do you get a chance? How do you get a chance to see everybody around you as love? How do you get a chance to see everybody around you as loving? How do you get a chance to see everybody around you as loved? Would you like to know? But the Course in Miracles says, everyone seen without the past brings you nearer to the end of time. Everybody that you let go of the past, that you see them without the past, is bringing you closer to the end of all your fear. Anyone that you can see without the past is bringing you closer to love. Anyone that you can see without the past is bringing you closer to love, which the Course calls the end of time. Everybody that you see without the past, do you know that everybody that you see without the past is bringing you closer to the end of time? Everybody that you see without the past is bringing you closer to the end of fear, to the end of pain, to the end of separation. The Course in Miracles says the way that you allow yourself to be healed is you have to bring healed and healing sight. So how do you get to the point that you let go of the past? Well, you have to bring healed sight. You have to bring healing sight into the darkness. This place is full of fear. This place has a lot of fear. How do you get to the end of the pain? How do you let go of the pain of the world? Well, you have to bring healing and healed sight into darkness. You have to bring the love into the fear. And when you bring the love, when you bring the truth, when you bring the love, when you bring the truth, that will enable the world to see. Would you like the world to see? Would you like the world to stop being so blind to love? Would you like the world to see? Would you like the world to go past the separation and the fear that we see? Well, I'll tell you again. Everybody you see without the past, anybody that you can see without the past, that's going to bring you closer to the end of time, the end of being in separation, the end of being in fear. So how do you get rid of the fear? You have to bring healed sight. You have to bring healing sight. What is healed? What is healed sight? What is healing sight? Well, healing sight is when you see someone without their past, and when you see yourself without your past. Every time you let go of the past, every time you let go of anything that you feel guilty about, anything from the past, then you're bringing healing sight. You're bringing healed sight to whatever you see. When you see me, if you would be willing to see me just the way I am now, being loving to you, being open to you, sharing with you, if you were to see the love, if you were to see what's happening between you and I right now, and you let go of the past, you let go of your past perceptions of me, I let go of my past perceptions of you, and we are just seeing each other as we are right now, the Course in Miracles calls that bringing healed and healing sight into the world. Now, that's what you want to do. See, you've got to bring the truth into the world. You have to bring the love into the world. You have to bring the sanity into the world. So how do you bring the truth into the world? How do you bring love into the world? By being loving yourself, by being sane yourself. That's you bringing healing sight into the darkness. And do you know that the Course in Miracles calls darkness fear? It says fear is darkness, guilt is darkness, sickness is darkness, anger is darkness. Then it says, for light must come. You are the light. You are the love. You must come into this darkened world. You are the love that must come into this fearful world. You are the love. You are the light. You are the truth that must come into this fearful world. Now, why should you bring the light into this world? Why should you bring the truth in the world? Well, he says, because that makes Christ's vision possible. That makes love's vision possible. So when will you see love in the world? When will you have love's vision? When will you see love in the world? When you bring love into the world. When you bring truth into the world. When you think correctly, then that's when you are going to see it in the world. You are the light. So you must make love's vision possible. The Course in Miracles calls your real self. The Course in Miracles calls your loving self, your divine self, your essence. Do you know that the Course in Miracles calls your true self the Christ? So when the Course in Miracles talks about Christ, the Course in Miracles is talking about your true self, your real self, that loving self that you were created to be. Your real self only sees love. Your real self only sees with love. So if you're not seeing with love, you're just not being yourself. If you're not seeing with love and joy right now, it just means you're not being yourself. No big deal. You're just not being yourself. Because your real self only sees love. Your healed mind only sees love. When you're seeing things correctly, you only see love. When you are seeing things correctly, you only see love. How can you tell when you are not seeing things correctly? It's because you're seeing something other than love. If you're seeing something other than abundance, if you're seeing something other than peace, then you are not using Christ's vision. You're not using love's vision. So there is a real self in you that wants to make the vision of love possible. I'll say it. There is a real self in you that wants to make the sight of love possible, even here. Help that part of you. Help the loving part of you. Help the loving part of you. So what are you going to help the loving part of you do? You're going to help the loving part of you give its gift of love and truth. Help your higher self give the truth. Help your higher self give the gift of love. So who are you supposed to give the gift of love to? Who are you supposed to give the gift of light to? Who are you supposed to give the gift of love to? The Course in Miracles says, well, you're supposed to give the gift of light. You're supposed to give the gift of truth to all who think they wander in the darkness. So who am I supposed to give the love to? Everybody that's wandering around in fear and anxiety and worry. Who am I supposed to give peace to? Everybody that's wandering around in the world in fear and darkness and anger and upset. You're the one. They're the ones. They're the ones that you need to give the gift of truth to. They're the ones that you need to give the gift of patience to. They're the ones. Who are the ones you're supposed to be giving the gift of love to? To everybody that's wandering around in darkness. And then you want to let love, that's the Christ. So we're only talking about love and fear. So you got me? So the Course in Miracles says, let love gather the people who are wandering around in darkness. Let God gather the ones who are wandering around in darkness. Let the light in you, let it gather those into your quiet sight that makes them all one. So I say, love, gather all the people who are wandering around in fear into your quiet sight, because in your peaceful sight, love, talk to your loving self. Say, in your peaceful sight, my loving self, your quietness and your peace will make them all one. So let me get this straight. Okay, everybody that I see without the past, that's going to be someone who that I'm really helping to heal, because I'm seeing that person without their past. I'm not judging them by their past. So I have healed and healing sight. And when you have healed and healing sight, that sight that's not always bringing up what you think somebody did to you in the past, that sight that's looking past the past. Well, the Course in Miracles says when you do that, when you deal with a person without thinking about their past, that actually enables the world to see. That enables them to see. Because it's time for us to bring love into this darkness. It's time for us to bring love into this fear. It is time for us to bring truth into this fear. It is time for us to bring love into this fear. Because love must come into this darkened world. I say, did Earl say love must come into this darkened world? And the Course in Miracles says, it is bringing truth into this world that makes the vision of Christ possible. That is the vision of love. Do you want to just see love? Do you just want to see love even here? So you have to help love give its gift. You got to help love give its gift. So how do you help love give its gift? Because you bring the love, the truth. You bring the light to all who wander in fear and in darkness. Let the love in you, let the truth in you, let God gather all of those who are wandering around in fear. All these people, all these aspects of creation that you see as wandering around in fear, let love gather them into its sight. So tell yourself, I want love to gather everyone in your sight. I want you to gather everyone in your sight, love, who's wandering around in fear, who's wandering around in darkness, the ones that are wandering around in attack and darkness. I want you to gather them into your quiet sight that makes all of us one in love. The Course in Miracles is telling us how to actually go from the perception of love to knowing love. How do I go from seeing it to being it? How do you go from seeing it to being it? Do you see why I'm not speeding through this? This is awesome. This is awesome. So, guess what? We are all the same. So what does it mean from a Course in Miracles perspective when you hear that statement, we are all the same? We are all the same. It says it right here. We're being gathered into what makes us one, and then it says they are all the same, meaning we are all the same. So how are we all the same? 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 Do you want to know? I'm going to tell you. It's right there in front of you on the page. You don't have to analyze the Course. You don't have to step back and try to figure out what it's saying. It's right there on the page. It says, we are all beautiful. We are all the same because we are all beautiful and equal. We are beautiful and we are equal. We are beautiful and 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 equal. That's what it means when the Course says we are one. We are all the same. We are all beautiful and we are all equal. We are all beautiful and we are all equal. We are all beautiful. We are all equal in what? We are all beautiful in what? We are all equal in what? We are all beautiful and equal in our holiness. Listen to me. Listen to me. It says they are all the same all beautiful and equal in their holiness. And do you know that the Course in Miracles, one of the definitions that the Course in Miracles gives for holiness is innocence? One of the definitions of holiness is innocence. And one of the definitions of holiness is loveliness and loving. So that's like I said, let's not rush to the Course in Miracles, because this is some loving stuff. The Course in Miracles says, you may be wandering around in fear right now. There may be some things that you are giving yourself a lot of concern and a lot of worry about right now. And so there are people who surround you who are trying to bring you truth, can bring you light, can bring you love. And then the Course in Miracles says, love is going to gather us. The Christ is going to gather us. That's the same as saying the love is going to gather us into its quiet sight that makes us one. So what does it mean to be one? What does it mean to be one? It means we're all the same. Being one means we are all the same. Being one means we are all the same. That means we are beautiful and equal in our innocence. That's our holiness. Our holiness is our innocence. Our holiness is our innocence. Holiness equals innocence, equals loveliness. So when I say we are equal, I'm saying we are all equally beautiful and we're equally innocent. That's what it means to be one. It means you are equally innocent and you're equally beautiful in your innocence. And then the Course in Miracles says our real self, our really loving self. It says our divine self will offer us all unto our Father, which is our Creator. So love is going to gather us all in. And love is going to see us and make us one. And we're going to see ourselves as one in our beauty and equal in our innocence. And then we are going to be offered unto God, the creator of love. You're going to be given to love. You're going to be given to the creator of love as you were offered, as they were offered unto you. You will offer them unto your creator as they have been offered to you. So the Course in Miracles is saying the Christ, the real self, is receiving us. Love is receiving us. And then love is going to give us to the creator of love, just like we were given to love. So you are going to move from fear to love. And once you have moved into love, how will you be able to tell? You will be able to tell that you moved into love because you will see yourself as the same as everyone else. Whew! If you see yourself as the same as everyone else, what does it mean to see yourself as the same as everyone else? It means you are just as beautiful as everyone else. You are equal to everyone else in your innocence. That's what it means to see yourself as one with everyone else from a Course in Miracles perspective. From a Course in Miracles perspective, if you are one with me, it means you are the same as me. That means that you are beautiful and I am beautiful. It means that you and I are equals. When I see us as one, I'll see us as equals. And we are beautiful and equal in what? You are beautiful and equal in your innocence. The Course in Miracles teaches that we are all equally innocent. We are all equally innocent. And what is our mission? Our mission is to remove every block, every obstacle in our thinking that keeps us from recognizing that we are all the same, that we are all one, that we are all the same in our beauty and we're equal in our innocence. And you're going to be offered to God. What does that mean to be offered to God? That means you're going to be given to the love that created you, that you're going to be joining with the love that created you, the happiness that created you, the power that created you. Guess what? There is one miracle. There is one expression of love. We are all part of that one expression of love. You are part of the expression of love. Remember that I said earlier that the Course says there is one miracle. That means there is one true perception of love. There is one correct perception of love. And that's that we are all the same and that we are all beautiful and equal in our innocence. There's only one miracle, and the Course in Miracles says there is one reality. There's one reality, and there is one miracle. And every miracle you do contains all miracles. Do you know every right correction? Do you know that every right perception that you do contains all right perceptions? Every correct perception of love that you do contains all correct perceptions of love. Don't try to understand that. 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 It's not about your understanding. It's about right now. It's about you hearing that every miracle that you do contains all miracles. Every correct perception of love that you do contains all correct perceptions of love. So what does that mean? You just need to get consistent in just one perception of truth. Just one correct perception will lead you into all correct perceptions. And what I'm sharing with you right now, everything I'm sharing with you right now, these are correct perceptions. What I've been sharing with you since the beginning of the class, the presentation, these are all correct, loving perceptions. So what makes a perception a correct perception? You see, what makes a perception the correct perception is that it's a loving perception. There's no such thing as a loving perception not being a correct perception. There's no such thing as a peaceful perception not being a correct perception. So all loving perceptions are correct perceptions. All loving interpretations are correct interpretations. And then it says, in every aspect of reality you see, every aspect of love that you see blends quietly into the one reality of God. So every aspect of love you see blends quietly into the one reality of love. So every aspect, every person, every loving being that you see, we're all quietly blending. What are you saying, Raj? We are all quietly blending. What are we quietly blending into? We are quietly blending into the one reality of God. We are quietly beginning to join and blend into the one reality of love and joy. You may not know it, but you are blending. You are quietly blending. You are quietly blending. Everybody you see, every aspect of reality, every aspect of love that you see is quietly blending into the one reality of love. So no matter what it looks like in your life right now, you're still moving towards love. You're still moving towards joy. I know there may be some things happening in your perception of your life right now that you're making yourself feel some type of fear or upset around. But the truth is, you are an aspect of reality. The truth is, you are an aspect of love, and you are blending. You are quietly blending. You are quietly blending into the one reality of God. You're quietly blending into the one reality of love. Do you really want to know? Do you really want to know the only miracle that ever was? Would you like to know the only miracle that really ever was? Would you like to know the only expression and creation of love that ever really exists? The only miracle that ever was created by God, the only true expression of love that was ever created by the Creator, the only true expression of love, the only miracle that was ever created by the Creator is you. The Course in Miracles calls you God's most holy son, which that means you are love's most innocent creation. So you are part of the one creation. You are the holy child of love. You are the holy child of God. You are the only creation. You were created. You were created in the one reality. You were created in the one reality that is your Creator. So you were created in your Creator. You were created in your Creator. You weren't created outside of your Creator. You were created inside of your Creator. You are love, and love was created within love. So love is extended within love. So when you were created, you weren't something projected out from God. The Course in Miracles says The only miracle that ever was created is God's most holy Son, created in the one reality that is his Father. So you were created in the one reality that is the love that created you. So do you see yourself as this incredibly loving being? Do you see yourself as this perfection? Do you see yourself as this beautiful innocence that you are? Do you see yourself as free? Do you see yourself as generous? Do you see yourself as abundant? Because that's your true self. That's your true self. And you were created by love. You were created by love, but you may not see it. So if you don't see the love, how do you get to the point that you see the love, that you see the joy? Well, the next sentence says that it answers that question. It says, Christ's vision is his gift to you. You know, after 40 years of teaching and learning A Course in Miracles, I am still stunned at the beauty of A Course in Miracles. So it's basically saying, I know that you don't see the love. I know that sometimes when you look out, you see everything but love. So you need to have vision. You need to be able to see the love that I'm talking about. You need to be able to see the joy that I'm talking about. You need to be able to see the abundance and the wealth and the health that I'm talking about. So the Course in Miracles says, your real self is going to give you a gift. Your real loving self is going to give you a gift. Your divine self has given you a gift. And what is the gift? What is the gift that your divine self has given you? The Course in Miracles says, your divine self has given you the vision of Christ. And then you go, well, what is the vision of Christ? Well, the vision of Christ is a vision of love. So you need to be given the gift of being able to see lovingly. You need to be given the gift of being able to see with Christ's vision, which is love's vision. So what did the Course in Miracles just say? It said, look here, Purdy, let me tell you, man, you don't always see with love. You see with judgment sometimes, with anger, with upset. So what you need is somebody to give you another way of looking at things. You need to be given another way of looking at things. And that other way of looking at things, we're going to call it Christ's vision. Christ's vision is you having the ability to see love in front of you. You're being able to see nothing but love. That's a gift. It's a gift. You're going to be given the gift of seeing things lovingly. Seeing things lovingly, peacefully, happily. It's a gift. So it's not your ego that's going to be able to give you this gift. It's not the fearful part of you that's going to teach you how to see things in a loving way. It's not the guilty part of your mind that's going to show you how to see things in an innocent way. It's not the part of your mind that believes in limitation that's going to be able to teach you how to be free. So I'm saying you cannot teach yourself how to be free because you're the one who believes that you have some form of limitation. If you have guilt and fear and anger, then you're certainly not the one that's going to teach you how to have innocence and joy and love. Did you hear what I'm saying? The part of you that's confused and doesn't really know even what I'm talking about, that's obviously not the part of you that's going to give you clarity. And so the Course in Miracles is saying the correct way of seeing things is going to be a gift that you're going to be given. You're going to be given a new way, and you are being given a new way to see things. That's what this book is. That's what the Course in Miracles is. It's a course in how to see things in a new way. It's a course in how to see things in a different way. A Course in Miracles is a teaching that teaches you how to see things a different way. So you've been given Christ's vision. You've been given another way to look at things. You've been given true vision. It's right here in the Course in Miracles, and it's in other truth books and truth paths also. So don't say you don't have another way. You don't know the other way to look at things. Yes, you do. You have the new way and another way to look at things right here in the Course in Miracles. If you study the Course in Miracles, if you read the Course in Miracles, if you do the workbook lessons in the Course in Miracles, and you're faithful to that and you're committed to that, you will get to the point that the only thing that you see before you is love. You'll only see love in everything around you and everybody around you when you complete the course. So the Course in Miracles is saying to us, your divine being, your true self, which he calls Christ's being, is his Father's gift to him. What does that mean? Your real self, the being of your real self, is your Creator's gift to you. The fact that you exist at all. Do you know that the fact that you exist at all is a gift? Someone gave you the gift of existence. Something gave you the gift of existence. You don't remember creating yourself. All you know is that you exist. Well, that means your existence is a gift. 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 The fact that you live at all means you were given the gift of life. The fact that you exist at all means you were given the gift. What gift? You were given the gift of being alive. A gift, the gift, the gift. You've been given the gift of being alive. You've been given the gift of life. That's not something that you earned. You didn't earn the right to live. Something gave you life. Something gave you the gift of life. Think about that. Think about that. Something wanted you to exist. Something wanted you to exist. Something wanted you to exist. Something gave you the gift of life. So your very being, your very existence is God's gift to you. The fact that you exist at all is God's gift to you. That really loving self that you are, that courageous self that you are, that strong self that you are, that you keep hearing about in these truth books, that loving self, that strong self, that you that doesn't worry, do you know that that is a gift that God gave you? It's the gift that love gave you. That's right. Life is a blessing. Life is a blessing. That's right. Life is a blessing. So listen to me. I want you to be content. What is it that the Course in Miracles says you should be content with? It says be you content with healing. Woo! Let me take a sip. I'm the divine repetition teacher. I am a messenger. I'm delivering this message. That's right. God gave us the gift of life. Now listen to me. Paragraph 7. Be you content. Won't you be content? Won't you be content with healing? What does it mean to be content with healing? The Course in Miracles says to heal is to undo fear. To heal means to undo fear. So you're healing when your fear is being undone. You are healing when your fear is being undone. When your fear is being undone, that is true healing. So be content. What is it that you want to be content with? Be satisfied with having your fears undone. Be satisfied with having any thoughts of lack undone. Be content with having any lack in your life undone. So the Course in Miracles says, this is what I want you to be content with. Be content with healing. Be content with healing. You can give a gift. You can give the gift of love. It says Christ's gift, you can bestow Christ's gift. What is Christ's gift? Vision. Christ's vision is love. So that means you can look on people with love and peace. And when you do that, you are bestowing Christ's gift, which is the vision of love. I can look at you with the vision of love. I can share with you another way to look at things. That's giving you Christ's gift. And it says Christ's gift is what? The vision of love. And how can you tell when you have a gift that comes from God? How can you tell when you have a gift that comes from love, real love? I'm going to tell you how you can tell when what you have is coming from real love. Would you like to know how you can tell when something is coming from real love? It says, your Father's gift you cannot lose. And your Father's gift is life. Your Creator's gift is life. Your Creator gives you love. Your Creator gives you life. And the Course in Miracles says, you can't lose anything that comes from your Creator. You can't lose anything that comes from love. You can't lose anything that comes from love. You can't lose anything that comes from love. You can't lose anything that comes from the Creator. You can't lose anything that comes from the Creator. You can't lose anything that comes from love. If it comes from love, you cannot lose it. If it comes from love, you cannot lose it. If it comes from love, you cannot lose it. If it comes from God, you cannot lose it. If it comes from God, you can't lose it. If it comes from love, you can't lose it. If it comes from God, you can't lose it. If it comes from your Father, you can't lose it. If it comes from Spirit, you can't lose it. You can't lose it. If it comes from real love, you can't lose it. You can't lose it. You can't lose it. So what should you do? What should you do? What should you do? Well, it says in the next sentence, offer Christ's gift to everyone and everywhere. Offer love to everyone. Offer truth everywhere. Offer the vision of truth to everyone. Look at everyone from the truth. Look at everyone from the truth. Use the truth. Use what you're studying. Take what you're studying and use it as the way you're going to look at everyone. Use what you're studying everywhere. Offer Christ's gift to everyone. Offer Christ's gift everywhere. Offer love to everyone. Offer love everywhere. Why should you do that? Why should you offer Christ's gift to everyone? Why should you offer love's gift to everyone? Why should you offer love everywhere? Because miracles, which are correct perceptions of love, miracles offered through you, right perceptions offered through you, loving perceptions offered through you, loving perceptions and love offered to you, loving perceptions and love offered to everyone else, loving perceptions and love offered everyone else. The Course in Miracles says you are offering that love through the Holy Spirit. You are offering that love through the loving Spirit. Holy Spirit is loving Spirit. Holy Spirit is the loving Spirit. So if I offer you a correct perception of you, if I see you as beautiful, if I see you as the same as me, if I see you as equal and beautiful in your innocence, if I see you as equal and beautiful in your innocence, through the Holy Spirit, through the love in me, it will attune me to reality. If I give you loving perceptions through the Spirit in me, it's going to attune me to love. So would you like to be attuned to reality? Would you like to be attuned to freedom? Would you like to be attuned to love? Well, give each other right perceptions. See each other correctly. See each other as innocent. See each other as beautiful. See each other as the same. If you do that, it will attune you. It will attune you to reality. And that means that you will be in alignment with your true nature. And your true nature is love. Your true nature is free. Your true nature is kind. Your true nature is good. And if you want to be attuned to your true nature, you have to start seeing people correctly. That means you have to see them as the same as you. That means you have to see them as beautiful. You have to see them as equal. You have to see yourself as equal with them, and that you are all equal and beautiful in your holiness, in your innocence. And if you would do that through the loving Spirit within you, it will attune you to reality. It will attune you to love. Take a breath. The Holy Spirit knows your part. Your inner teacher knows your part in the redemption. Your inner teacher knows your part in the plan. Your inner teacher, the Holy Spirit, the loving right mind in you. The Course in Miracles defines the Holy Spirit as your loving right mind. Your loving right mind knows your part. There's a part of you that knows your part in the divine plan, which is the redemption. There's a part of you that knows who's seeking you. There's a part of you, the Holy Spirit, the loving part of you. The loving part of you knows who's seeking you that will love you. The Holy Spirit in you knows where to find those who love you and who will love you. The Holy Spirit knows who is seeking you. The Holy Spirit knows where to find them. Love knows who's seeking you, and love knows where to find who's seeking you. Love knows where to find those who are seeking you to give you love. There are those who have been assigned to you to give you love. There are parts of you that have been assigned to you to give you love and to give you help and to give you support, to help you remember. There are parts of God that have been assigned to you. You will call them people, but there are those who are seeking you, and there are those who are seeking you. And the Holy Spirit knows who's seeking you. The Holy Spirit knows where to find those who want to love you and see you with truth's vision and see you with love's vision. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. You don't know. You don't know where to find those who are seeking you to give you love. You know that if you be honest with yourself, you probably haven't done the best job in the world of picking people who only see you as beautiful and innocent. You probably haven't picked a lot of people who see you as completely beautiful and completely equal in your innocence. So there is a part of you. There's a part of you that's called the Holy Spirit. There's a part of you that is a greater divine self. And that self knows who is seeking you. And that self knows where to find them. Do you hear what I'm saying, mighty companion? I'll say it again. There's a part of you that loves you, that knows where all the beings are who are seeking you, who want to love you. And there's a part of you that knows where to find those who are seeking you and those who want to love you. Knowledge is what? Knowledge is far beyond your individual concern. You should not be concerned with knowing everything. Stop being concerned with knowing everything. Knowledge is far beyond your individual concern. Knowing how all of this is going to happen is beyond your individual concern. Don't be concerned with how all this love is going to happen. Don't be concerned with how all of your success is going to happen. Don't be concerned with how all your knowledge and love is going to happen. Knowledge is far beyond your individual concern. Do you hear me? Knowing everything is far beyond your individual concern. Knowledge. Do you know that you are part of knowledge? Do you know that you are really, in your true self, you are all of knowledge? In your true self. In your true self. In your true self, you are part of knowledge. In your true self, you are part of knowledge. In your true self, you are all of knowledge. In your true self, in your real self, you are part of knowledge. In your true self, you are part of knowledge. So what do you need to realize? 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 Do you hear me now? What do you need to realize? I'll tell you that you are part of knowledge and all of knowledge. Just realize that knowledge is of the Father. Knowledge is of our Creator. Our Creator knows everything. Our Creator knows everything. So knowledge is of our Creator and not of you. You don't know everything. 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 You'll never know everything. At the level of the body, at the level of thinking that you're separate, you'll never know everything. But God knows everything. Your Creator knows everything. You'll never know everything, but your Creator knows everything. So your role in the healing, your role in the healing, your role in the healing, your role in the healing will lead you to knowledge. If you will do what the Course in Miracles is telling you to do, learning how to see things with love and with truth, learning how to do what it's saying so that you only see love, well, you will have knowledge again one day. And how will you have knowledge again one day? Because love, your Creator, is reestablishing the oneness of knowledge in your mind. I'll say it again. Your role in the redemption, your role in the healing leads you to knowledge by reestablishing its oneness in your mind. Take a breath. Mighty companions, I'm going to do a quick little recap ending in just a second. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Earl Purdy. And if you'd like to make a financial expression of appreciation, I'm a full-time teacher, and you feel moved to do that, I would truly appreciate it. Just go to my website, www.earlpurdy.com. Earl Purdy, Purdy.com. If you want to use Venmo or something like that, my email address is earlpurdy@earlpurdy.com. earlpurdy@earlpurdy.com. If you'd like to have a one-on-one session with me as a mentor or counselor showing you how to apply the principles of truth and the Course in Miracles to your personal life, then I call those clarity sessions. Go to my website, look under the clarity session tab, and it will explain my services in detail. And you can self-book an appointment with me right online. I've also been a professional astrologer and numerologist for over 45 years. So those who are open to more psychic and intuitive insights, then I will also bring that wisdom into our session if you're open to it, and only if you're open to it. Mighty Companions, on Thursday night at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, on the Earl Purdy page on Facebook, then I do a Facebook Live class called Hardcore Course in Miracles. So if you want to do Hardcore Course in Miracles, that's especially geared toward those who are studying the course. That's Thursday at 1 p.m. Mountain Time. Okay, so let's do a really quick 1-minute main point that this is trying to make. Here you go. What is the miracle of creation? That it's one. Every right perception that you offer is a true perception of the whole. All of us are one. All of us are the same. And if you really want to see someone with love, if you really want to see someone correctly, you have to see them without the past. If you want to see love in your world, peace in your world, then you must be the light. You must be the love. You must be the peace that comes into the darkness. You must be the love that comes into the fear. Your real self only sees with love. So that means that you got to help love give its gift of love. Are you willing to let love gather all those who are frightened? Are you willing to let love gather everyone that is frightened into its quiet sight? We are all the same. We are all the same. We are beautiful and equal in our innocence. We are beautiful and equal in our innocence. Say it. We are beautiful and equal. We are beautiful and equal in our innocence. Let's say that. We are beautiful and equal in our innocence. 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 So don't forget, mighty companions, there's a part of you that does know. And let that part of you that does know, let that part of you that does love you, let that part of you teach you. Let that part of you give you the gift of vision, of love. And you may be asking yourself, how do I do that? You do that by studying A Course in Miracles or some other spiritual path that is teaching love. You don't try to teach yourself by yourself. You don't use the part of you that's afraid to try to take you to love. You don't want to take the part of you that's full of grievances. You don't want to try to let that part of you teach you what forgiveness is. But there is a part of you that knows what love is. There is a part of you that can do forgiveness right now. And what the Course in Miracles does is it helps you remove every block to that part of yourself that can heal everything that you're going through. And mighty companion, you're going to go from perception to knowledge. That means you're going to go from doubt to absolute certainty. That's going from perception to knowledge. So watch this at least 4 times. Listen to it at least 4 times. And I'm going to see you the next time. Please share this class. Share this video. I love you. We are all beautiful and equal in our innocence. That's the truth about us. Love you, mighty companions.